Bre'Anna Powell was on her way home from work at Hobby Airport. She was riding her bike like she did every day when she was hit by a garbage truck.
I'm like, what does it take for their family member to go through this? Because, I mean, how would they feel?
This mother lost her 27-year-old daughter, Bre'Anna Powell.
I think he should face something like you took my child's life.
"27-year-old Bre'Anna Powell was a hardworking, sensational, and loving woman who could always be seen laughing and cracking jokes. She recently moved into her first apartment and was working the overnight shift at Hobby Airport to earn extra money while also attending veterinarian school. She had so many great things to look forward to, beginning a new security job at Minute Maid Park and finally obtaining her driver's license. Everything was finally falling into place for her. Bre'Anna rode her bike home as she normally did, texting her mother whenever she would arrive home. However, on this particular morning, her mother would never receive that text. Around 6:37 a.m. on October 8th, the Houston Police Department were called to the intersection between Broadway and Morley, where they would find an unresponsive woman.
It was October 8th, a Saturday morning. Houston police say they were called to the intersection of Broadway and Morley at 6:40 a.m. They say the truck driver was stopped at a red light.
The victim was identified as 27-year-old Bre'Anna Powell, who was transported to Ben Taub Hospital, where she was sadly pronounced dead at 7:09 a.m. An investigation revealed that Bre'Anna, who was wearing a safety vest, turned right into the intersection between Broadway and Morley when she was struck by a Republic Waste Services of Texas garbage truck. She was knocked out of her shoes and then dragged by the truck for a while following the initial impact. The truck was driven by an employee of the company, identified as Jonathan David Woods. In his statement, Woods claimed to not have seen Bre'Anna, although all witnesses reported they were able to see her due to the reflective vest she was wearing. The driver also said he pulled over to a nearby parking lot and called 911 following the impact, as he thought the loud noise was a potential blow out of his truck. He was questioned by police, then released. According to a police report, this account does not match the witnesses' accounts, who said they had to scream, honk, and flash their lights to get Woods to stop. Community members say larger vehicles need to pay more attention to who they are sharing the road with, especially considering that they could certainly cause deaths if they were to hit someone. There's a ghost bike a block away at the same intersection where Bre'Anna was hit from an accident that happened in 2014 when a cyclist named Bobby Brooks was struck by a school bus. A local organization called Houston Ghost Bikes has not been contacted by Bre'Anna's family, so there's currently no plan in the works to put a ghost bike in remembrance of Bre'Anna at the intersection. Bre'Anna, who had been riding her bike on the sidewalk, came to a pause before she made the turn. It was alleged that she disregarded a stop and go signal displaying a solid red and entered the intersection at the incorrect time. Bre'Anna's family, who was completely devastated by her untimely loss, is suing Republic Waste Services of Texas, the company who owns the garbage truck that hit her.
He took a right here.
Mo Aziz is representing her family. She died at 27 years old.
Her parents, her mom actually, her mom is who I represent. Nobody thought that this would happen to her at such a young age.
It was October 8th, a Saturday morning. Houston police say they were called to the intersection of Broadway and Morley at 6:40 a.m. They say the truck driver was stopped at a red light, then made a right turn and hit Powell on her bike while she was wearing a safety vest. Aziz filed this lawsuit on behalf of Powell's family against Republic Waste Services of Texas, claiming a witness who was driving behind the garbage truck says he did not use a turn signal.
It would be improper for the Republic driver to take a sudden, unexpected right turn without a blinker, without checking if there's somebody in the crosswalk.
But according to the police report, the driver told investigators he was using a turn signal. He also stopped and called 911. Police say he was questioned and released from the scene, but the investigation continues.
If Bre'Anna made an error of judgment and missed the signal, if it was on, then that's something that we'll have to address at that time, because the family needs to know.
You drive one of the biggest trucks, one of the most dangerous trucks. Why is there not more technology on it?
Powell's family is filing a $1 million lawsuit against the truck's owner, Republic Waste Services of Texas. They claim the driver did not use his turn signal, so Powell would not have known he was going to cross her path. But according to the police report, the driver told police he did use his signal. KHOU 11 reached out to the company, but a spokesperson told us they could not comment on pending litigation.
She calls and texts us every morning, every night.
Her sister says no one can replace her. In addition to working at the airport and traffic control, she worked at NRG and was planning to start a new security job at Minute Maid Park. They said she rode her bike every day, but the month she died, she was finally set to get her driver's license.
They shouldn't wait till tragedy strikes to make change. It's just senseless to me.
This mother just wants the truth about what happened.
The family's lawyer says one indication that there could be no criminal charges filed was the release of several pieces of evidence from the accident to their law firm. News outlets reached out to Republic Waste Services of Texas, and a spokesperson said the company has no comment on pending litigation. Houston police have collected surveillance footage, which they hope gives everyone a clearer picture of what happened. Though a civil suit has been filed, the investigation conducted by the Houston Police Department is still active. As of right now, no charges have been filed against the driver.